Once again, we're live here at Boone Dam, and it is a gorgeous day, and they are celebrating here, the TVA is, because they've completed the repairs here at Boone Dam. And right now, I'm joined by Boone Project Technical Director, Chris Saucier. And Chris, let's talk about this. We've been out here. I've talked to you several times during the process. Process pretty much wrapped up. You just got a couple things to finish her up.
That's right. I mean, we've came out here, as you mentioned, as one of your last stories in the news division when we had the problems with the sinkhole down below the dam. And since that time, it's been a huge challenge, but you know, those challenges are opportunities, and I think TVA had an opportunity there to show its commitment to the local community. And since that time, as you know, we've been through a grouting program. We've installed a wall that goes through the dam, created a brand new dam, created these berms you can see in the background, and a new flood wall atop the dam, and restored the facilities around the site to conditions we think are better than when they existed back then.
You know, I came up here a couple of times in construction equipment rolling through here. You did so much work. Kind of talk us through that process. There was, you know, millions of hours of work done.
Yeah, that's right. And that's right. About 2 million man hours on the project. And this was an award-winning project. So it was a huge challenge. But, you know, what I think has been great for us is we can see every day throughout the project the motivation we have by the support we've gotten from the community at large, the community groups, our partners, BLA, BDRC, local stakeholder groups, the LPCs. I mean, it's just been a great amount of support that's motivated us each day because, you know, these facilities were built for the people of the valley. So this was an opportunity for us to serve them, and really a privilege to see folks back yesterday.
And you kind of glossed over it there a little bit, but I want to back up just a little bit. Okay. You mentioned the winning awards, and you all have won a couple of awards for this, and maybe looking for some more in the future.
Yeah, it's an internationally recognized project. I know it's a pretty specialized profession, but all over the world, people know about Boone Dam now, and it's been a real privilege to be involved in a project like that and have a great team working together.
And, you know, when you went through the process, what were some of the special challenges that you all faced in taking on this project? Well,
you know, it's interesting. People ask about the technical aspects of the project, and this really was a sort of one-of-a-kind technical aspect. It's unusual for us to build a wall through an active dam while we're always being mindful of our workers and the public that's downstream of the dam. So it was certainly unique in those technical aspects, but at the end of the day, really what it comes down to is the people and our relationships, both inside the project and with the community, and those are the things that make us successful. There was never a doubt in our mind we'd meet the technical challenge. We just wanted to make sure we did it the right way.
You know, those engineers that put this project together back in the 50s thought they were doing state-of-the-art work, and they were for that time, but you all have kicked it up a notch or two here, and you're doing state-of-the-art work here in this repair.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, this was a phenomenon that was not really well understood back in the 50s when they designed the dam, so it was a problem that, you know, it's a challenge for us to address, but what we feel we have now is a brand new dam inside our dam. It's a hidden piece, you can't really see it, and that's great, but the point is for folks to really be confident that this is a safe facility. We're 100% confident this is a safe dam. We can operate it as it always has been before 2014, and without people having to worry about that, they can just enjoy the lake for their purposes.
And you were telling me earlier off camera that there may be some traces of some seepage down there, but it's not to be anything to be worried about.
That's exactly right. So the main part of the project was a wall through the dam, the part that's buried there, to prevent seepage that was happening upstream from the reservoir toward the downstream. Now, we fully expect, because of this high area off to the right end of the dam, we're going to have water flows that still go towards the area of the water below the dam, and we fully expect to see some of that muddy seepage. But because of the wall we've put in, it's not a threat in terms of breaching the dam. So that this project's fully fixed that, and it's fully safe for operation.
And explain to our viewers, if you will, that soon, you know, it'll be back to full capacity as far as producing hydroelectric power.
That's right. So during the project, of course, we took an extra precaution. We built a sort of filter at the bottom of the dam to help reduce risk while we were building this remediation, and that blocked off one of the generating units. So we've now removed that filter, and that's why people might see some seepage coming out of the riverbank. Again, it's not a problem, but that's going to allow them to bring that third generating unit back online, and we'll be in full operation here in mid-June or so.
Mid-June or so. We mentioned, you know, there may be a couple of extra things that y'all have to finish up with here. What are some of those things, and how much longer do you suspect that will take?
Well, they're very minor things. So we're going to place some additional sod. We're going to do a little bit of grading to help drainage of the site, and that's parts that really I don't think the public would notice. Today, if they come out, they should be able to enjoy this site the way they always have been. Every facility they had before was open to them, and it's really in a condition that's better than when we found it. So It's a privilege for us.
All right, Chris, I appreciate you so much.
Yep, thanks.
Thanks for taking the time throughout this process to be a friend of Daytime Tri-Cities and to talk to us about this project and everything that's going on. And we're going to come back out here in just a few moments and talk about the recreation side of things here at Boone Lake and Boone Dam, because I'm going to tell you something, that swimming hole down there looks inviting right now. And it's going to be, I'm ready to go swimming, and we're going to talk all about the recreation side of things here on Boone Dam coming up a little later in the show.